Good day, everyone. Welcome to Bird Speaks Tarot. This is a general reading and is for entertainment purposes only. Now that that's out of the way, let's see what Bird's got to say today. I feel like doing some reversals here today. I don't usually with these particular ones. But what's usual? What's normal? Normal's boring, isn't it? I don't know, sometimes normal's alright. Bird, what's going on? 12th house introspection. Card number 50. Introspection. So we want to go within. Twelfth house. Ruled by Pisces. Yeah, 12th house ruled by Pisces. Pisces is the 12th sign. The subconscious, intuition, hidden realms, and spiritual evolution. Alright, so it sounds like we're getting an upgrade. That's what it's looking like to me with this lovely card. It looks like we are in for some sort of upgrade. And though there's a lovely sunshine here today, I might need to get the light on. You guys can see that. So the 12th house, the house of the unconscious, it rules secrets, dreams, isolation, and behind-the-scenes activities while offering deep and profound healing. So right away, that did remind me of the Hermit card. So you could be in Hermit mode right now. Maybe like the backyard, suntanning in the backyard is as far as we're getting these days. Maybe you're feeling called to stay close to home. Now, it does also feel like something is working out in your favor behind the scenes, though there's an energy of counteracting that. Well, actually, it feels like the counteracting energy is the protection and the healing that's happening within the isolation. But it feels like the reason that's happening, the reason maybe you're being called to stay home is because there are energies working. Feels like somebody's up to something is what I'm trying to say. It feels like somebody is up to something. Abundance and celebration. Cleo, you're blocking the light, babe. My cat just like I moved so the light from the window could come and see the cards, and now my kitty's on the back of the chair trying to get in the lap, because every time I talk to you guys, Cleo ends up right there. So abundance and celebration. I think people may have an idea that there is going to be a reason for you to be celebrating some sort of, I want to say, you know, like you're an abundance of love, not just finances, but like abundance of love, abundance of family, abundance of resources. I have an abundance of pets, who is my family and I love so much. Celebration. Abundance is definitely something to celebrate. So I feel like, you know, because something is working behind the scenes as well to bring this abundance into your life, there's a counteracting energy, like somebody's trying to make sure that this doesn't happen for you. Yeah. And they're using moon magic. We do have a flower moon, a full flower moon, like yesterday. Today, you know, there's 3 days before and 3 days after in the moon shadow. It almost feels like they tried to send this prior to. It's almost like the moon like the moon. It was supposed to kind of like. I see this wolf here howling at the moon. So somebody could have been out in the woods literally howling at the moon to try to get some sort of ritual done. I do feel like magic is being played with to try to interrupt this celebration of abundance. However, you can celebrate because, I don't know, I guess your moon magic's a little bit better than theirs. A little bit stronger. Probably because you're not trying to hurt or harm anyone, never have. You know, where the other people that are trying to send this moon magic towards you, they're not good on the inside. Yeah, somebody took some sort of action here. You or them. Either to send or counteract. In a sense, I'm getting like you have almost like mythical type creatures, like hanging around your house in a sense, like in the stars above you. It's like you're highly protected in the spirit realm by things people wouldn't even know what they're looking at. I also feel like they tried to send some sort of, it's like whatever this is, and I'm not sure why it's making me feel, it's reminding me of ribbon skirts. So like if you're native in some sort of way, you know what else I'm getting? Like it feels like somebody tried to send like a jinn to your house to hurt your family. Possibly like your pets. I'm seeing like feathers in the mouth of this creature here. It's almost like you're being called to take some sort of, or they took action and you're being called possibly to take some sort of action. Whatever it was, the only thing that happened was like I hope nobody's animals got hurt, but it feels like somebody sent something to your house, like in some sort of jinn to hurt your family. I don't know if you do have birds. One of your birds may have gotten hurt by this negative energy that was somehow got into your house. Like if you've got a mysterious package put on your doorstep, whether it be the wrong address or whatever it is, you know exactly, you know, what was in there. Like all of a sudden you bring something into your house that was mistakenly in your mailbox and all hell breaks loose. Like, I'm going to have to use my pets for an example of this. This, you know, I'm hoping it's not any other of your family that got hurt, but it feels like somebody tried to send some sort of jinn to your house. The ram, Aries, maybe. Could be an Aries. I also see, I mean, it kind of looks like a snake down there, though I don't know what kind of snake that would be. You know what? Oh, it's a sea goat. Okay, so if we're actually looking at Aries or Capricorn here. Aries or Capricorn, because that would be a sea goat. I don't know how well you guys can see the horns. The head is a ram, and the rest of it is the body, which is Capricorn, right? And with the goat there, it's also giving me like Baphomet, like the devil. Here, like really, the devil, in a sense, tried to send some sort of jinn your way using moon magic. Hopefully, nothing too bad happened, considering you know how to cleanse, but you know, these guys are getting really good when it comes to sending things your way. They're getting pretty creative. Good thing you learn from your lessons, right? 12th house, you know, it could be like if you are a spiritual, like working in the field of spirituality, like Reiki, if you're a shaman, a healer, something along those lines, psychic medium, you know, just out there trying to help people heal. This is kind of what I'm getting from the 12th house. It's like they wanted to affect your ability to do your spiritual work. Yeah, definitely Aries and Capricorn. I'm really getting the devil card from this. And, you know, this mystical creature there, like whatever it was that they brought up or summoned from the underworld there to try to hurt somebody in your family with this moon magic. Like, are these a bunch of shapeshifters out in the woods? Like, I really don't like when people use animals for nefarious purposes, but I'm really getting, like, these people are literally out in the woods conjuring. And then here you are, you know, you're pretty up on things, but I don't know, you open that door and there's a package on your porch, you just assume it's yours, right? Maybe the package had something to do with like animal care. Hopefully you didn't have to spend too much money at the vet, but it feels like somebody was attacking your, like, look at all the animals here. We have the wolf, we have this bird-like creature with feathers in its mouth, and then we have the ram. So I'm like, it's really giving me somebody's trying to do something to, I don't know, stop your destiny. Your destiny being your spiritual gifts, the one that you've really honed in during your isolation. You know, like, I don't know, maybe, I don't want to say maybe, let's get the cards out. Yeah, somebody wanted to attack your foundation. At nighttime. Somebody's out in the woods at nighttime trying to attack your foundation, but your foundation is solid. Your abundance is aplenty, and there's so many things to celebrate, like the health and safety of your animals even after such an attack. Turns out it didn't work. Somebody's really coming after you. You've got something somebody wants. And it's your energy. It's your childlike, innocent energy. It's your, like, you're a little ray of sunshine. Your playfulness. They want to take your innocence. They want you maybe to turn cold, bitter, mad, just like all of them. And your natural vibe is just like sunshine. Like you're a little freaking ray of sunshine. You know, maybe you're close with your kid self. Like, you know, maybe you're always in contact with your kid self. Because I really like to think that, like, kids, like, I'm for sure not religious in any organized way, and obviously I am definitely spiritual, and I gotta so Sorry, I'm kind of losing my train of thought here. It's like somebody doesn't want me to get this message out. Like I'm feeling like a resistance, like a pushback. Like every time I get closer to these cards, it's like this devil energy. Sorry, cute little ram guy. I like little goats. But it's like this devil energy really wanted to take a chunk out of you. Like, whatever this did, it might have taken a little nip out of you. It might have taken a little nip out of you. But it's only made you that much stronger, like it always does. Okay, back to the childlike energy. Like maybe you're in, like, true contact with your childlike self. Like, children don't need to read the Bible. Children don't need to know all the laws of the universe to know what's right and wrong. I mean, you get those, there's a couple kids out there that, you look at and you're like, better watch that one. Better watch that one. That one just broke a kitten's leg. You better keep your eye on that one. You know. But most people, most children are born of pure souls. And, the things that you need to do to know that you're following the right way, and even though I'm not religious, I do believe Jesus was a messenger, and when you, one of the teachings that Jesus taught is follow your heart, right? Because your heart has neurons in it just like a brain. It feels when something's wrong. Your gut is like your intuition, but your heart, when you're doing something wrong. Most people know when they're doing something wrong. Obviously, there's a growing number of people who don't in this realm. But you maybe are someone that is highly connected. Again, like she's got her little kitty there in her little dolly. And, she just wants to enjoy the sunshine and play and laugh and smile. And these people sending in, creatures, jinns, or, the bad energy, whatever you want to call it. Again, see, right under this, we have birds. So if you have birds and they've been fighting lately and maybe you had to separate them, and that's not typical energy for you after you brought said mysterious package in the house. It doesn't have to be a mysterious package. Maybe you bought something at a store or a thrift shop that had negative energy, but this has really given me like somebody actually sent something your way. So I feel like it was something that was like sent to you. It was sent in the form of, I don't know, did somebody send you food? Did you order DoorDash and somebody, like you don't know who the DoorDash driver is or the people working at the restaurant, like are they potential enemies, so to speak, like whatever it is, to me, like it feels like, it's got these people worried and nervous and anxious because all they got was a couple feathers. No real injury to anybody had occurred since you're highly protected. Tell me about this sea goat Capricorn double energy. Oh, something's about to change for them again with birds. Maybe it is birds. Maybe it is a cat. Maybe it is a dog with the wolf there. Whatever your pet seems to be, if you notice, like, maybe somebody sent you, like, dog treats or something, or, like, animal food, or, like, maybe a bird cage was put on your doorstep, and you're like, oh, what's this? I didn't order a bird cage. If you have birds, but there's a bird cage, and you brought it in your house, you see, like, oh, this is labeled for somebody else. I'll make sure to find the appropriate owner, but that was intentional. They needed to cross the threshold of your house to get that jinn inside. So don't blame yourself if, you've had to like redo everything, re-cleanse, just get everything back to ground level. It's good to always have a deep clean anyway. Deep cleaning jinns don't like clean areas, or negative area energies. The little flibberty gibbets that they send, they don't do well in a loving, clean, nurturing home. It is not a fit environment for a Wendigo, shapeshifter, Jinn, whatever it is that they sent. It's just, also whatever it is, it's going to create massive change for these people. Like, see this little family here, they're all okay. Mama Bear or Papa Bear Bird is bringing the food to the little chicks, and they're off to their fresh new start. And that's just how that's going to stay, right? This guardian knows how to protect her foundation. Do they though? Because when this goes back, I think the shape-shifting Jinn is going to feel a lot more at home with people who do that type of thing. If you're the type of person that's sitting there playing with dark magic to affect somebody else's life who's minding their own business, just trying to enjoy their pets and their kids and their family and their food, they're minding their business, staying in their own lane, I think the Jinn's going to be a lot more comfortable over with those people where it belongs. And not so comfy in a place where there's too much love and light over in this bitch, okay? I guess they made a contract, a promise. Or they're trying to keep a cycle open. Whatever they've committed to. It's just not working. Now, this is supposed to be here, so your destiny is locked in. You have this contract. You have a contract in the spiritual realm to do spiritual work. And there's not a lot of things that's going to be able to stop that unless you do. Right? It's only you and your bad choices. I don't think you're making any, and that's probably the problem for people sending this type of stuff your way. 222 on the timer here. 2222 actually. 2233. That's going fast. I think you have a lot of reason to be celebrating a happy home. You've done a really good job at creating this foundation for yourself. And the sun lives here. It lives here. Nobody can steal your sunshine. Not even those planes in the sky spraying all those chemtrails all over the place. They took a chance. Yeah, they made a choice. They took a chance. They made a choice. They're playing games. I also think they're very immature and naive. Basically, it feels like they're not accepting something. They're not accepting the fact that you are highly connected to Source. Okay? You're highly connected to Source. You have everything in alignment for this position, for this type of work. There might be some women in the family that just doesn't agree with that. Or friends, women, family friends. I'm not sure who this is yet. Tell me about this change that's coming, this new beginning, this new start, despite what the sea goat or the Baphomet, whatever Jinn has sent your way. I just heard Bird Speaks Tarot. I guess you're in the right spot. We have the Seven of Diamonds at the bottom there, Seven of Pentacles. This has been the plan for a long time to try to interrupt your new beginnings, or to slow them down or to stop them. They may be working with a group. They also may be upset that you have the key. You hold the key. You are the keeper of the keys. You know, traditionally, it's funny. You know, there could be a gentleman here that thinks maybe a female shouldn't have keys. This sea-goat could be behind the times, so to speak. And I'm not a huge feminist or anything. I think I like my woman roles. I want to take care of the kids. I want to homeschool them. I want to do all that. Because I would love to spend all day with children. I wish I knew that earlier. I'm kind of away from having more babies. But, you know, I think they think that that's where women only should be. Right? But where have we gotten with all the men being in charge? I don't know. The world seems pretty corrupt these days. Then again, Hillary Clinton exists, so maybe it's just not about feminine, masculine. Keeper of the keys. Keeper of the keys. By the way, there's a new tarot reader on YouTube. I think her name's Keepsy, Keeper of the Keys. I think she's like United Kingdom or something. She's really good. She's good. I found her recently. I thought it was good, so you check her out. There's a bunch of awesome readers, obviously. Bronwyn, she's also in the UK. The Bee Priestess is another one that's really good. Mystic 9. I mean, there's a bunch of readers. So maybe you're a reader. Maybe you're a reader, because I'm picking up, you're definitely into some sort of spiritual work. And I feel like I just seen the word Reiki. There's some sort of spiritual work that you're doing, that you're in line for, that you were handed down the key to, the answers to. Probably because they knew you were going to do the right thing with it. Also, it feels to me like you've been tested your whole life to be able to hold such keys. And I don't think this community really thought that you were going to make it through. Maybe because, like, you don't have, like, see these guys back here, they're all hoity-toity, and they're probably part of, I don't know, maybe they're huge on organized religion, or, you know, they keep all the money in the family. And I also noticed that those two in the background within the house, it looks like two boys. It looks like gentlemen, right? And then you have these people here, this family who, you know, is not wearing like the fanciest clothes. However, she is wrapped in purple. So she may not look like well-to-do, maybe financially. However, when you're on a spiritual journey, I don't think, you know, if you're always chasing money and material things, you know, the nicest house on the street, or the titles that come along with like groups and organizations and stuff like that, you know, the ones that favor things like nepotism and keeping it in the family. Maybe she's, you know, someone, the keeper of the keys looks a little bit more like this. Maybe she's like more like the live off the land type of girl. And there's just like a group of people that, like the hoity-toities, a group of hoity-toity gentlemen that think that people like this lady, this family, shouldn't have access to Source. This Sun, or this Ace of Diamonds, Ace of Pentacles, the gift, the tangible gift, the light within, the truth. Maybe they think that should stay within fraternity of sorts, a long-standing, well-to-do family. But that's not how that works. That's not how that works. It's, you know, I'm sure you can have that as well. You can be well-to-do. You can be part of organizations. You can, you know, like there's good people, there's good lawyers. There's good people lawyers out there. There's also not, right? Like, you know, a lot of people, they don't do it because they want to defend like the little guy. They do it because they want to, they want the money that comes along with it, right? Main female. The main female has a reason to celebrate. She is abundant. She holds the key. She holds the sun. Her foundation is strong. And though they took a chance, maybe they thought she was small. Maybe they thought she's too sweet and nice and innocent for this not to work. You know, with the Six of Pentacles here, they could have even paid for something. They definitely took a risk. So now that this didn't work, what kind of risk, like what's, like, you know, now that they gambled and lost, right? I kind of want to know the consequences of that. Unexpected income for the main female or the innocent one. The meek shall inherit the earth. Isn't that something else Jesus said? Jesus the messenger. You know, the one the Bible misconstrued. I mean, Jesus really gave us a lot of tips and hints on how to attain this sunshine. But then the man came along and made things real complicated. And they put a lot of untruths in those books. Yeah, they're worried because they went to the crossroads. They made a choice. They made a choice to send something to your house. They made a choice to attack your foundation. But you're the official person. You're the official person. Not the... If you weren't the official person, maybe you have a master number life path. Maybe you're like an 11, a 22, a 33. If you don't know your life path number, there's lots of ways to figure it out online. But because of the action that they took or the choice they were made, they are now under judgment. And this could actually be judgment. Like, not the angel coming down from the sky, though it could be that too. They could be under spiritual judgment, or they could be actually under judgment in court. Because whatever they're trying to set you up to be or look like by creating trauma and drama in your life, by attacking the innocent, you and your animals, it looks like the judgment's going to be you being this privileged lady. They're expecting this. And you probably should expect to be able to go to the courthouse as well. Whatever this is, your occupation, the spiritual work that you're doing, is going to bring you sudden wealth. And sudden could be like, you know, a year, 2 years, 3 years. But that's pretty sudden in the grand scheme of things. Or maybe, you know, they're trying to make you look like something you're not. By making you upset in whatever possible way that they can. Upset, depressed, stressed. To make you look like, you know, somebody that is not an official person. But your new beginning's on the way, and they are worried about it. Because they're under judgment. Spiritually or officially. In the 3D realm. Ruh-roh. I think I'm going to grab a couple of these cards, though it's already getting long. It seems like I can't keep my readings short. Signature was obviously forged or forced. Changed info on a will and gave it to somebody else. Tried to trick you at the store. Tzatziki has something to do with it. But you followed your intuition. Yeah, you know, I feel like you were laughing when you seen these people trying to come in your energy. Yeah, they don't believe in a higher power. They don't believe in source. They do, however, believe in witchcraft. Yeah, yes, they do. And that same thing will be their fall. He was going to tell you, so they took him out. You may have already lost someone to witchcraft, though I'm not sure. Yeah, secret societies, Irish. So they could be using possibly like, I just saw incurable disease as well. But you have grace. Irish and grace. Grace and Irish, and they're both green. You know, I think they tried to, like, they might have even tried to send ancestors your way. East, also green, actually. That's funny. So we could be talking about the East Coast, where there's a lot of Irish settlers. You may be from a large Irish community if you know where that is. And it's like, it's funny, it's like they know you're from here, but they don't think you're from here, all at the same time. And they're trying to send, like, your own ancestors to come mess with you. And they're like, oh, my bad, sorry, dear. You know, it could be, the other thing, oh man, they're going down. South, east, not a dream come true. Like, I have so many different color cards in here, and all the green is coming out. Deathbed confession. Yeah, they don't believe you. Well, they're about to find out, eh? They're about to find out, eh? I think I just gave away my Canadian. Home care. So something to do with a caretaker as well. Maybe somebody told the caretaker on their deathbed what was going on. Something about binding. Why did the green keep coming out? My goodness. Now this one's not green. Inappropriate. Binding work is inappropriate. Is that what you're trying to say, Spirit? Inappropriate. Bought a ring for you. Pizza. I don't think pizza means pizza, if you know what I mean. Inappropriate with little ones, possibly. So somebody they sent your way, it feels like, who you may not have known was inappropriate with minors. Possibly actually fell for you. They could have been there to do a job. They may have been sent. This seems like past energy. This doesn't seem the same as the jinn they tried to send. Yeah, they're lighting candles over this now. They're trying to they're trying to clean up the mess they made with this jinn. That's hilarious. KLM could be important. But somebody, also the letter C when I cut the deck. Also, this person from your past, like if you've had somebody like an ex-boyfriend, an ex-best friend that Well, I guess it'd be more like boyfriend. I mean, it could be a girlfriend. Ex-partner. Ex-partner, we'll say. Heavily involved in the church in green. They could have been sent your way to do a job, and I don't think they can do it because they actually, like everybody else, they probably fell for you. And some point after your breakup, you may have learned through the grapevine, or you're looking in the newspaper or something like that, that he passed away. And that's probably because when you broke up with him, you didn't know that he was actually planning, or he was. He could have been this. He could have been a mob boss. We don't know. It's a hard case, that's for sure. Something was caught on camera all the way back in 2017. This has been going on a long time. Age range is 40 to 50. Wherever you live, it's like you're surrounded by Jeffrey Epstein's and whoever Jeffrey Epstein's dealer was. Whoever brought him his products, his jerky, his breeders. I don't know why that just came to mind. But I'm telling you right now, like, I'm not surprised Ghislaine Maxwell was found in Quebec. I have no doubt that was her on that video. If you haven't seen it, I hope you have. It's probably buried now. But you're literally surrounded with people just like him. You know, isn't those little kids, the Nova Scotia little kids, they're still missing, unfortunately, and it's just happened that Ghislaine Maxwell is back. I mean, she's not in jail. She's definitely not in jail. She definitely was caught in Quebec on camera. I wish I had that video. If I find it, I'll try to post it, actually. The other thing I'm going to post is I happen to live 15-minute drive away from a place that says Epstein's place. And it looks like it was like a cabin or a store. It's all kind of shut down now. Like, it could be like a rental place, like a B&B. I'm not really sure, but I did get some video of it, so I might post that later as well. But like, you're surrounded by these people. You need to be careful. Don't accept anything. Don't take food from anybody. Don't accept packages that you didn't order. If you're just waking up in the morning and you're not thinking and there's a mysterious package on the porch, leave it the fuck out there. Keep your friends and family safe like usual. I know you will. But to the spiritual healer on the other side of this message, I love you and I hope to see you again. Peace.